we're going to be taking a look at the new capabilities we're providing which help our customers to stream DNS and DHCP service metrics to their data lake or SIEM solution. This feature helps our customers to leverage the data from Integrity to reduce risk and therefore increase the resilience of their critical infrastructure. Integrity 9.3 allowed for the streaming of address manager audit information and DNS query and response traffic to a customer's data lake, monitoring or SIEM solution. In Integrity 9.4, we've enhanced these data pipelines to also allow for the sending of DNS and DHCP counters and metrics. We stream these datasets off of Integrity in JSON format, which is both human readable yet easily consumed as machine data too, and we support sending the information to a HTTP endpoint or Splunk HTTP event collector service. In Demo 1, we're going to enable the DNS statistics channel from within the address manager, and we'll be encrypting the data being sent into Splunk. We'll then take a look at the data being sent from within Splunk itself. Within Integrity 9.4's Address Manager, we enable the DNS Statistics feature by selecting an appliance from the Server menu, and by selecting the DNS Statistics option under Health and Telemetry from the Service Configuration menu of the appliance itself. To enable the feature, we select the Enable DNS Statistics, and then provide a polling interval as this feature pulls data from the bind Server Statistics channel. Once we've defined the period, we need to select our Splunk HEC connector by entering the URL of the Splunk server, and this is also where we will need the token value captured during the prerequisites. As we want our data to be encrypted as it's being sent on to Splunk, we need to select the TLS option and provide the CA cert PEM file we downloaded from the Splunk system earlier. Once we've uploaded the certificate, we can click Update to enable the feature, and if we select the same menu options again, we'll see that the feature is running and sending data to Splunk. And from within our Splunk system, we want to check that the data is being sent from Integrity too. We can do this by performing a search in Splunk using the Splunk HEC connector name as a parameter. In this demo, we'll need to set source equals HTTP DNS stats, as that was the name of our dedicated connector. Our raw JSON is being shown in Splunk. We can make it easier to view by selecting the list option to prettify the output into something more readable. In the data section, we can now see some of the very detailed granular DNS metrics being sent into the Splunk system. In Demo 2, we'll enable the functionality to send the DHCP statistics. We'll again need to enable the feature in Address Manager, and we'll need to confirm that the stats are reaching the Splunk system. To enable the DHCP stats feature, we again need to select an appliance under the Servers menu in Address Manager. We then enter the Service Configuration menu of the appliance, and select the DHCP statistics option under Health and Telemetry. We enable the DHCP statistics option and select whether we want DHCP v4 and DHCP v6 stats to be sent. The configuration is exactly the same as with Demo 1. We need to select our output type to be Splunk, enter the Splunk server URL, and provide the Splunk HEC token value. We're using encryption again, so we need to enable the TLS option and upload our CA cert PEM from the Splunk server. Once it's uploaded, we can enable the feature by clicking Update. And if we re-enter the Service Configuration menu, we can see that the DHCP Statistics service is running and sending our data to Splunk. From within Splunk, we need to use our Splunk HEC name of DHCP stats. We can do this by using source equals HTTP:/DHCP stats as our search string. We selected both DHCP v4 and DHCP v6 stats to be sent. If we select the payload field, we can filter this down to just one or the other. In this demo, we'll select just the DHCP v4 payload to be filtered down as our output. Again, as per Demo 1, within our JSON, we can see that the expected DHCP service metric counters are being sent into Splunk from Integrity. Our final section of this session will show how a customer can use the data from Integrity to build a sample DHCP dashboard in Splunk. We'll briefly show some example queries against the DHCP dataset and how these can be used to build the dashboard. The first Splunk query is used to sum the DHCP message counters over a period into a table. The individual counters are first summed into totals. We then deduplicate these counters and we present them as a single table covering all the DHCP v4 message types. We're going to create a sample DHCP v4 dashboard. As we already have a query to generate the table of data, we're just going to need to add a panel for this statistics table. We insert the search query into the new dashboard widget to display our table showing all the DHCP message counters. Our next set of search queries will provide us the following in Splunk. Query 1 will present an average DHCP release per second coming in over the time period. Query 2 will create the total received DHCP packets, and Query 3 will create a count of the total sent DHCP packets. In our Splunk dashboard, we're allowed a series of radial gauges to present all three of the prior queries. In the first gauge, we'll use the search to present the DHCP releases per second. Our second gauge will use the query to present the number of incoming DHCP packets, and our final gauge will be used to present the number of outgoing DHCP packets. Our final set of search queries will be used to present similar data to the gauges, but rather than presenting totals over the period, the searches will be used to show the counter values over time. The first query is used to show the DHCP message counters over time, and our second query is used to show the DHCP leases over time. In order to present a panel on our dashboard for the DHCP message types over time, we'll use an area chart. We use an area chart here as we want to stack the message types, as there could be multiple messages occurring within a single time period. As our second query is a single value changing over time, the leases per second, we just add a panel for a line chart and insert the query there. After some final housekeeping and formatting, we now have a complete sample DHCP v4 dashboard utilising the DHCP statistics feed streaming into Splunk from our Integrity solution. By sending metrics and telemetry from Integrity to the customer's SIEM, datalake or monitoring solutions, they can themselves externally check the performance of Integrity DNS and DHCP services and then correlate that with other systems. This is leveraging data to reduce risk, which in turn helps to increase the resilience of critical infrastructure.